What's up, guys? It is the Post Pro podcast. Welcome back. What,
Right.
what just happened? Oh my god. Oh, well, as you can see,
Right when I took a sip of water, come on.
as you can see, Sebastian has left the chat.
Text him.
Not exactly sure. Here he comes.
His power just go out.
If he's coming
Obviously
back
not,
already,
he's
I totally
back.
see what that is. Yeah.
Fucking kicked me out. It kicked me out for literally zero reason. I didn't do anything.
What happened, Sebastian?
It literally it kicked me out. The meeting kicked me out for no reason. It literally just the whole Zoom just closed on me.
Did it say anything? Did he get like a
No? It literally just closed. My whole Zoom closed out.
Wow.
That was quite possibly the best intro of
That was funny.
podcast we've had. Yeah.
So anyway,
Episode 56 of the podcast, and we're all here. It's been a while. It's been a few weeks, which kind of segues into a little announcement we all just discussed. I think we're gonna slow down on the podcast, although we progressively have been slowing down on the podcast, but maybe go for a more monthly output here, just to make things easier on ourselves. So it's not the end of the podcast, but we're just taking our time with it, So with that, Sebastian, you got any movie news? Because I forgot to look.
I do. CinemaCon is going on right now. We got the
fuck is
title. It's like where a lot of movie studios show off trailers and stuff. So at CinemaCon, we got The Matrix Resurrections. They showed a trailer for it. There's a trailer synopsis. I'm not going to talk about it just because I want to wait till it's officially released. But it seems cool. Sounds interesting. The trailer didn't really reveal anything about the plot. It was just kind of showing some stuff like, oh, here's Neo and some other things. And
is that the title for the fourth one, or is that something different?
It's called The Matrix Resurrections.
Oh, okay.
So,
I didn't know that.
It's not called The Matrix 4. It's just called Matrix Resurrections. So
Gotcha.
Looking forward to that whenever we get the trailer for that. We also got the Spider-Man trailer over the weekend. The crazy thing about this was it got leaked the day before, and I saw it, and the internet was on fire about it because it was a leaked VFX track. Like the VFX was unfinished for the trailer, and it was very bare bones, and they basically were forced to release it because again, the movie's 4 months away, and we didn't know anything about it. It was kind of crazy to think about how close we are, and we knew nothing and saw nothing,
and didn't they
right there.
Didn't Marvel release a statement not too long ago that they're there's not going to
they were there's going to be no trailer. No, Kevin Feige was no promotional material is going to come out for this movie. We're just going to release it. And then a VFX trailer got leaked, and then they're I guess we'll drop it. So they dropped the trailer.
They got pressure. That's kind of unfortunate, honestly. I don't even know if I wanted.
There were a bunch of TikToks that was apparently in WandaVision. There was a calendar, and they pointed out how August 23rd was a special day.
Yeah, it was a really
kind of weird.
Yeah, well, it's just a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
But
those darn TikTok conspiracy theorists.
So anyway, the trailer gives us a little taste of what's to come. We got Mr. Alfred Molina returning. So pretty much all the rumors we've discussed in previous episodes are coming to fruition. So it's going to be very exciting to see Alfred Molina, Willem Dafoe, Jamie Foxx. All these people return, and then of course Toby and Garfield are slated to return as well, so we are looking forward to that. Other than that, nothing really crazy has been going on. It's just been a lot of trailer stuff, a lot of this movie's in production.
More delays. We got more delays though.
Yeah, a little more delays. Venom got pushed back.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna. And I feel it's been pushed back and pulled 5 times in the past months.
So Venom got pushed back, and then it got pushed back again, and then it got pushed back the other week, and now it just got pushed back another week. So
I think they were we're gonna push it to 22, and then they're actually, we're not gonna do that, Ryan.
Oh, okay. So I heard they were supposed to push it back in January. Okay, yeah. So whatever, but I did also hear that Marvel is considering pushing back Spider-Man.
They should.
Shang-Chi does box office wise. So that'll be up in the air. I mean, obviously Shang-Chi will make some money, but I mean, I don't know what they're exactly expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a feeling Shang-Chi might flop. Not flop like like a lot, but I feel like it's going to be a flop for Marvel. Like I don't think they're going to make as much money as they think they're going to make. That's just my prediction on it. We will see. Because I have no plans to see it opening week. I don't care. If one of you guys hits me up and says, want to go see it, then I'll go see it. But I have no plans right now to just go out and see it. I'm not in a rush to see it.
I actually feel like it could be kind of a sleeper hit just because of the cultural aspect behind it. Like, remember, like, when Crazy Rich Asians came out and everyone was kind of like, oh, they'll be fine. And then, like, it made way more. I feel like it might kind of be a sleeper hit for Marvel just because of that.
But yeah, there's really nothing else going on. It's just a lot of everything's up in the air right now because of the Delta variant, so we don't really know what's going on right now. There was the only other thing I was going to mention that seems kind of cool is there's this weird Keanu Reeves and Robert Downey Jr. animated thriller that's coming out, and it looks kind of cool. It literally is Keanu and Robert Downey Jr. Like animated. It seems kind of interesting.
Like a film or a TV show or what?
It's a film. Apparently, why is this trending then? Apparently, this is old news. It came out in 2006. I've never heard of it. It's like trending on the movie subreddit. They're acting like it's new.
Fucking in a scanner darkly, probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's like a giant article trending right now about it.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a new movie. I've never heard of this, so my apologies. I just clicked on it.
It's on the watch list. I'd like to see it.
Yeah, link later.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, never mind. There we go. A new movie to add to the watch list. So other than that, I have literally nothing for movie news because nothing is going on.
Yeah, well,
I'm hesitant to even speak about this because it's literally like a day-old story. But I think Sebastian at least will find this exciting. Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista are apparently developing a script together for just like a generic buddy cop movie. Honestly, exciting. Even if it doesn't come to fruition, it's still just an exciting thing to know was out there.
That sounds pretty sick, actually. I'd totally be down for that. I'd totally be down for that. Okay, I didn't know about that. That's a.
Like I said,
I didn't know I needed.
Like a day old. I don't think they've released like any details. Obviously, I don't think they're very far into it or anything. But seems fun. Hopefully,
can we get Dwayne the Rock Johnson in there too? The holy and then John Cena. We'll just have all of the wrestlers in one movie. Actually, that'd be a great idea. Let's have the 4 main wrestlers in one movie. That'd be awesome.
I can't see Jason Momoa as a cop. I don't know why. I can't see him as a cop.
The WWE / Jason Momoa squad.
Oh my god, it's the 3rd Surf's Up movie. It's the sequel to Surf Mania.
That'd be now that.
Oh my god.
With like penguin police.
Oh, have any of you guys watched Surf Mania? That's a good movie.
I have not.
That's a good movie. You're missing out.
I don't know about that, Thomas. I did just peruse IMDb to see if there was anything else, and apparently Steven Soderbergh is directing a new HBO Max limited series with the same team who helped him with No Sudden Move. So I don't know what it's about, but hey, kind of neat.
Yeah.
Also, just to mention, Neil Blomkamp's new movie came out recently, Demonic, and it's apparently really bad.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Sebastian and I were a little disappointed by that.
I still want to see it though.
I'd like to too, though I don't know if it's in theaters anywhere around here.
No.
I don't think so.
Is it getting a US release at all?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I kind of assumed it was, but maybe not.
I guess not.
Yeah, I literally have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll be going to streaming or something.
Yeah, because I haven't heard anything about it. It's like just here.
It's here. Well, it's not here, but it's out there. But yeah. So let's move on to what we watched. Who wants to start it off?
Me. Let me speed run.
All right, Sebastian.
Now, did we talk about Suicide Squad?
Whatever.
No, I don't think so.
After the last pick.
That's where we're gonna talk about then. First, me and Thomas saw Suicide Squad. I liked it quite a bit. I thought James Gunn did a pretty good job with taking the odd rogues gallery of the DC universe and turning them into fun, relatable, and quirky, fun characters. And King Shark was awesome. I thought Stallone was fantastic. New dumb friends. I mean, it's great. Harley Quinn had a actually pretty great scene. I really liked the Harley Quinn scene that was in the movie. That was pretty awesome. I really liked John Cena and Idris Elba playing off of each other. There was a really awesome scene with them. VFX were pretty great. The soundtrack was awesome. I thought there was pretty much next to no complaints from my end. I thought it was just a fun, good time at the theater. So shout out James Gunn. Never really disappoints me. Moving on. I watched Kissing Booth 3. Moving on. The Green Knight. I watched The Green Knight again. It was a little bit better on the second viewing. I didn't necessarily get what I wanted out of the second viewing per se, but won't be watching it anytime soon. That is for sure. So Green Knight, pretty damn good. Interstellar, I watched that again. Fantastic film. I love it. It is great. Nothing else to say about Interstellar. I saw Free Guy with Collin. I have next to nothing to say about Free Guy other than that I feel like I'm probably going to lower my rating for it because the more I've thought about it, the more I thought it was awful. And there is all I really have to say about this movie is there's one scene that I thought was incredible, and I think Collin can attest to this. It is a scene with Channing Tatum, and Channing Tatum is Fortnite dancing and making really weird sexual like references with his body, and he's like rubbing his dick and rubbing his groin, and Ryan in front of Ryan Reynolds, and like talking really sexual to Ryan Reynolds, and Fortnite dancing in front of him. And Collin can testify to this. It is a real
My
scene.
jaw was on the floor.
We were baffled.
Yeah, it was. We were both in shock. It was one of the wildest theater experiences.
Channing Tatum hopefully got a fat paycheck for that because he legitimately was like rubbing himself in front of Ryan Reynolds. So it
was wild.
Yeah, that's so Free Guy. Whatever. Last night I watched 3 movies in one night and didn't go to bed till 5 a.m. I started off with Catch Me. Just don't ask, okay? I just I was not in the right mindset, so I watched Catch Me If You Can. Really good movie. I mean, it's a good Spielberg. I've watched it before on the podcast. My friends wanted to watch something, and we decided upon that. So I think it's a great movie, and it's really crazy how almost everything in the movie is pretty accurate to actually what happened, according to the actual Frank Abagnale. So good movie. I watched Leaving Las Vegas, and this is either my first time or my second time watching this movie. I've seen scenes from it, but I don't remember it. So I decided to watch it last night, and holy fuck, this movie it's so good. Like, it's actually so fucking good. I've seen certain scenes with Nicolas Cage in this movie. Dude, Nicolas Cage is like fucking phenomenal in this movie. He got a Best Actor award. He got his Oscar for this movie, and it's pretty easy to see why. He's legitimately like fucking incredible in this movie. And it's just kind of a shame that he's one of my favorite people on earth. I mean, honestly, I love Nick Cage, but it's just such a shame to he has so much potential, and he just, you see it very rarely. And this is one of those times where Nick Cage he's incredible. Such a moving performance. I fucking loved it. Really great movie. I'm not even capping when I say this, probably top 10 favorite movies of all time for me at the moment. I thought this movie was fucking great. Really, really moving film for me. Really hit me right in the heart. So thanks, Nicolas Cage. And what even sucks more was when I was reading about the making of this movie and stuff. The guy that wrote the book that was based on this movie, he killed himself a week after the movie came out. And the movie is about, Nicolas Cage killing himself slowly with alcohol. So, and it's based on this guy's true story about him trying to kill himself with alcohol. And he did it a week after the movie came out. So I just thought that was really, I was like, damn, that's rough.
Yeah.
And then watched Science of Sleep.
All right. I'll follow you up, Sebastian. Started off these past few weeks with a thriller from 2012 called Man on the Ledge, where Sam Worthington plays this guy who's pretending to attempt suicide off a bridge or off a building while a diamond heist goes on in the background. I really like the concept and premise behind it. And for like the first half of the movie, it was actually pretty decent. And then the third act hit and it just like got completely ridiculous and kind of ruined the whole like movie for me. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Just kind of like it turned into a generic thriller. Decent moments though. After that, I watched Suicide Squad. And I mean, I don't know. I just not my type of movie, you know. It's obviously better than David Ayer's 2016 Suicide Squad, but I feel like it has the same exact problems, just on a lesser scale. James Gunn's direction and style, he brings the style and flair and like some color to it that I very much appreciated. It did actually have me laughing quite a bit, but lots of the humor is just really bad, I think. Some of the acting's pretty shoddy.
I thought the humor wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like there are some jokes that don't land, but like the trailers made it seem way worse than it actually was.
Yeah. I would say it was still more misses than hits for me, but there were like a select few jokes that actually really got me. What I found like was the best part of the movie were the characters. I actually really liked the majority of the characters. There were still some annoying ones. Like I'm in the minority. I really did not like King Shark. I thought he was. I mean, he is stupid. He's supposed to be stupid. But I just didn't find him like endearing or anything.
I actually thought he was pretty endearing. The one scene where he's in the car and he's all sad, that really hit me.
Yeah, I mean, like that's fine. I was
just
kind
wanted
of like,
friends,
you know,
man.
but yeah, I don't know. The rest of it though, I don't know.
I mean, I liked Ratcatcher 2 way more, obviously.
Ratcatcher 2, yeah, probably my favorite character in the movie, honestly.
Taika's like 10 seconds were fantastic too. It was so great.
I don't know about that, but I mean,
well, I agree with Thomas. He had like probably one of my favorite lines in the movie.
Yeah, it was out of nowhere.
That's fair. That's fair.
Surprised me.
It's a nice touch.
And it just still had his like signature charm to it.
Yeah. But Idris Elba was great. Probably the best performance of the movie. John Cena was surprisingly bearable. I mean, he wasn't like great, but like I actually really liked his character and the dynamic they set up between the other characters and stuff. What I was most disappointed by, I think, was the actual plot of the movie. I felt like the antagonists were pretty weak. And
yeah, I agree with the antagonist part, but dude, what would you like? I wanted just a Suicide Squad movie. They're on this Suicide Squad mission.
Then just make the mission better. Make the mission better. Mm-hmm. I mean, I felt like what they did with what's his name? Doctor Who guy was pretty boring.
Of course.
Capaldi, yeah, Peter Capaldi was pretty boring. And then what they ended up doing with Starro was really disappointing.
Yeah, because Starro's actually a pretty deep DC villain too, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, like they could have done so much more with that, and they just like went kind of like
I'll agree to that.
It felt like sort of derivative in the like political angle they went with.
Yeah,
but I don't know. So I didn't really care for the story, but the action was fun. The characters were good. The style and creative.
I just thought it looked great. Like it looked really good for a superhero movie. The VFX were fantastic. Everything looked great. Like I didn't see any CGI that was like pretty shitty in my opinion. Nothing stood out.
That I thought looked kind of weird, but I mean, not bad.
King Shark looked great, like the entire movie. Like there was a lot of scenes where like certain light would hit him and he looked like a legit shark sometimes. It was kind of fucking crazy. Like the way he looked. Yeah.
And then I will agree with you, Sebastian, that the like main thing that Harley Quinn does in the movie, I was like kind of on board for, you know. I hated her in the first movie.
Yeah, I know. She actually had like a stuff to do this time and she wasn't overly annoying.
She wasn't overly annoying. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, as an overall experience, it just kind of left me indifferent, I guess. So I can't say I liked it, but I definitely didn't hate it. It's just, overall not my type of thing. We rewatched Scooby-Doo 2.
I forgot to log that. House. Yeah. Dude, this is the second time I forgot Scooby-Doo. Like I just keep forgetting we even watched it.
Yeah. Scooby-Doo 2. I mean, it's a classic. That was fun as a first watch over at Casey's. Fun movie, you know. Free Guy. I mean, Really wasn't expecting much going into this. And I have to say, well, obviously Sebastian said he thought it was worse thinking on it. It's definitely not good. But I didn't hate it either. I mean, it started out pretty rough, but I actually really enjoyed what they did with the story. I thought the story was actually one of its strongest aspects. I'm not a Ryan Reynolds fan, so that's obviously going to be part of the reason I didn't find it to be too enjoyable. I mean,
if this was a Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie, it would have been a 10 out of 10. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah. The humor is like Suicide Squad mostly misses than hits for me. But there were some moments that did have Sebastian and I laughing pretty good, or just like shocked into disbelief, I guess. And like I said, I like the story. I like the concept and what they did with the whole video game setting and stuff. There was actually like some pretty cool stuff they did. But I mean, it does get pretty cliche and predictable, and that third act is really dumb. But I mean, it could have been worse, and it could have been worse. That's a win. I was expecting bad, and I got mid. So, that's a somewhat of a positive in my book. And then, I binged Sharp Objects, the HBO miniseries with Amy Adams. Really good, really, really dark, really compelling, really interesting character work. A lot of complex emotions and character beats going on, and it's really good. I mean, directed very well. There are some pretty surprising twists and turns. Great performances all around. Really interesting characters. I really liked it. And that's really all I gotta say. I mean, watch it if you haven't. Noah, you have watched it, right?
Yes, I did. I mean, I basically agree with what you said. I don't know. I think it really is something that you kind of have to watch for yourself,
Yeah.
I mean, interesting character work.
Yeah, exactly.
The ending is funny and also horrifying.
Exactly. Yeah. It kind of like once that happened, I was like, shoot, do I need to rewatch the entire series?
Yeah, exactly. Me too. And then I was like, I really don't think I should.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Sharp Objects are really good. And then I watched The Science of Sleep.
All right. I also have a sore throat, which is why I haven't been talking as much, but it's fine because I took some Advil earlier. But it's still like annoying. So if I like randomly start having a coughing fit in the middle of this, that's why. Okay. Yeah, cool. So Christine finally got around to John Carpenter's Christine, adaptation of Stephen King. It's pretty good. It's like surprising. Well, I was going to say surprisingly fatalistic, but I don't know. Carpenter's a pretty fatalistic guy, and most of his movies are, But I guess like the fact that it's like ostensibly a teen comedy, like Weird Science, and then it just like keeps getting more and more like nihilistic, and like it just descends into hell, just like the rest of his movies, and then it doesn't have a happy ending, like at all. Spoilers, I guess, but what are you expecting? Come on.
I think I remember seeing a trailer for this movie and completely forgetting about it, and I just read the synopsis, and I remember it seems fucking insane.
It is insane. I don't know if it's more or less insane than I was expecting. I think more so. I think I was expecting it to take place more like in the suburbs than it does. And it takes place like in a lot of like empty, like the kid lives in the suburbs, but it sort of takes like a lot of the action is more in like an urban area, which I kind of wasn't expecting. I don't know why. Like I literally have no idea why. Maybe just Halloween, I guess. That's probably why. Actually, that's almost certainly why. Anyway, also makes like the sort of, I don't know, like Crash, David Cronenberg's Crash, of course. It makes like the sexual relationship to cars more explicit, and to like the danger of cars, not like that's like necessarily like the number one thing that everybody thinks of when they think of cars, but I don't know, I just think it's very interesting that Christine and Crash both make that connection in pretty drastically, well, maybe not drastically, but pretty like different and interesting ways that are appropriate to the respective directors. Anyway, also like it came out in 1983, and it feels like so ahead of, like it feels like almost a conscious satire of the teen comedy of the 80s, but it came out like at the same time as most of the rest of them, if not like before them. So I don't know, weird movie, but definitely good, definitely great. I forgot to mention. So I watched Reds before Christine, and then I watched Five Easy Pieces after Christine, and I don't really have like a lot to say about either of them, but the thing that the two of them have in common is Jack Nicholson, who honestly, has probably been cemented as one of my like 10 favorite actors at this point. Like both of them, he's just delivering like God, just I don't know, just like one of the most like incredible lived-in performances of all time. 5 pieces, I think, like even like a movie that sort of barely works on like a script level, but Nicholson is just like God. He's like just every man. I
You
don't know.
gotta get
Just like
around
looking at him,
Chinatown, then, man.
he's
He's
you know how I feel.
great in that movie.
I probably
I know.
should, yeah. No, am I missing any other major Nicholson? Obviously, he's in like a lot of stuff, but I don't
Yeah.
think so. Oh, A Few Good Men, I guess, and The Easy Rider. Both of those are major. Yeah, I mean, he's in a lot. Like, he's in a lot of stuff.
He's probably the best
Yeah.
part of Easy Rider too. I really liked. I mean, I never
That
really
honestly
liked the
makes
movie, but
sense.
he was great.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely like that movie. So
Yeah, you probably would.
yeah, I mean, it's almost certainly better than 5 Easy Pieces. But anyway, yeah, 5 Easy Pieces. Very fun title to say out loud multiple times in a row. 5 Easy Pieces. Yeah, again, I don't know. It's new Hollywood, sort of like, you know, everyone got fucked over by stuff. It goes in pretty obvious directions, but you know, fun ones, I guess. Red's Warren Beatty is good, and so is Diane Keaton, and also Jack Nicholson. Okay, moving on. Perfect Blue, which I know Collin has watched and enjoyed. Was this your favorite Satoshi Kon, or which one was that?
No, I think Millennium Actress is my favorite.
Okay, that makes sense. I think I'd probably go at this point Paprika, then Perfect Blue, then Millennium Actress, although they're all like really, really close for me.
Yeah. Tokyo Godfathers is also really good. I put that in.
Yeah,
Blue.
I just haven't seen it yet. I'm almost positive.
I just
will
haven't
like
seen
it as much as
Paprika
the
yet.
others. Yeah, exactly. So cool. Yeah, Perfect Blue though. I don't know. It is, I guess, the one that doesn't have like the one that I've seen at least of Satoshi's movies that doesn't have like an explicitly supernatural element or, you know, whatever. I guess it's like sci-fi in Millennium Actress, but I guess it's sci-fi in Paprika too. Anyway, but it still like goes for the same, you know, is this all a dream or madness or whatever?
Yeah. Psychological element, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Psychological horror, yeah. Well, I guess, but the other two aren't horror, but this one is. So, yeah, I don't know. Not really a lot to say other than, I mean, it's just as effective as everyone says.
It's good.
I think it is. Is this like, yeah, it's definitely very good. Is this, okay. I guess this is regarded as like his masterpiece, which is interesting because I'm not sure exactly why. I guess maybe just like people haven't seen his other movies. I mean, obviously the fact that it's like sort of a genre bending thing in the way that the other two aren't. The other two are more just like straight up sci-fi dramas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely like, you know, Satoshi Kon in general. Just not entirely sure why. Okay, I'm rambling. Wait, stop. Okay, I'm moving on.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Rewatch Blowout I'm not even sure if it got better or if I was just like, you know, I like De Palma. Why not just like be like, yeah, I like it. Hateful Eight finally got around to. I did not watch the extended cut, which I think I probably should have, but I was just like, you know, I'll just start off with the theatrical because whatever. So I'll probably like the next time I rewatch it, which will hopefully be soon, honestly. I'll rewatch the extended cut. But anyway, it seems to make a lot of sense. Like, you know, I'm sure there is a reason for the extended cut. It's just like I watched the Hateful Eight and I enjoyed the Hateful Eight. I was not necessarily like that could be longer, although I'm almost certain that I will watch the longer version and enjoy it more.
Yeah.
So you know, right, I went on a run of like Two Lovers in the Cut, Lady Bird, Shame, just a bunch of sort of like, I guess Lady Bird doesn't fit in, but the other three, I don't know, super interesting character studies by like fascinating auteurs, all kind of huge flops. I guess maybe not Two Lovers. I'm not sure how well shaped it, but in the cut, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously. I mean, if it's a flop, then I guess it can't obviously be a flop because, you know, people don't know about it. But yeah, I don't know. All great, all super bleak. Maybe like In the Cut is the least bleak of the three, and it's like explicitly a horror movie, or like a slasher, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Fassbender, great. Mark Ruffalo, great. Joaquin Phoenix finally found another performance other than Inherent Vice, where I'm like really keyed into like what he's doing. So that's fun. And apparently he's in like 4 other James Gray movies or something. So I'm looking forward to watching those and hopefully enjoying them.
I watched Blue Valentine, which is I heard is pretty devastating as well.
Oh yeah. It certainly is. I feel like there was like a comparison that I was gonna. I don't know. It's just like one of those movies that it's just a very like you watch it in the first 5 minutes and you're like, oh, I get like exactly where this is going. It's just like a failing marriage, and it does the whole nonlinear sort of indie A24 how did this happen type of thing, which I think is edited pretty nicely in a way that's not like super annoying. And I do think, I don't know, I think part of the reason why it's so good is, or why I enjoyed it so much at least, is because, I don't know, there's not like clearly a thesis per se. It's just like, this is a failed marriage. It's not necessarily anyone's fault. There's no like one event that made the two of them drift apart. It just sort of happens. I don't know. Honestly, the ending is a little anticlimactic because it's like, all right, we're divorcing. And then the movie is over. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, I figured. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's more of a journey than the destination.
It's kind of like leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Because, I haven't seen that. But it does make a lot of sense. Yeah, and Gosling is like alcoholic in it. So that kind of makes sense.
Leaving Las Vegas 2, starring Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Lady Bird, I guess, whatever. Spider-Man 2, also, whatever. I mean, no, I like Lady Bird more than you, Sebastian. In fact, a lot more than you, actually.
I think everyone here likes Lady Bird significantly more than
true.
Sebastian does.
Yeah.
Well, one more time, fuck that movie.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Spider-Man 2, really funny movie. Yeah, incredible. I guess I probably hadn't rewatched it in like 2 or 3 years or something. Just not really that long of the time to go with.
Joey Diaz.
I mean, yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, what else can you say?
No one else got that. Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Melina's great. Honestly, like Maguire is maybe like the least captivating performance in it, at least of like the 6 or 7 like central performances. So I don't know. That's kind of interesting. But he is still definitely pretty good. I don't know.
Sorry,
like, I think the thing that I said at first,
This is like what I think of like every time like Spider-Man 3 is like, or Spider-Man 2 is brought up. This right here. That's really all I got to say.
It's an image.
Yeah, it's an image.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Joey Diaz. Yeah.
Okay. Great. I mean, I definitely saw him in that movie last time. Yeah. Just wasn't like, hey, Joey Diaz.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Indeed. Perfect reaction to that. Yeah. Again, right. Spider-Man 2.
Okay. Wait, that is Joey Diaz. Yeah.
Funny. Okay, and then the science.
You have the most shit-eating grin on your face right now, Sebastian.
Because it's Joey Diaz.
Yeah, that's Joey Diaz.
It's just one of the most random things ever. I love it. He just shows up in that 1 second in the movie.
Yeah, it's really good. No, I'll give you that. Alrighty, Aphrodite. My turn to talk about the Suicide Squad. I'm much more on the lines with Sebastian. I actually liked it way more than I expected. I really walked into it thinking I was gonna hate it, and I walked out surprised and like really enjoyed all of it. I don't know. There were just like some awkward script moments. Harley Quinn did have that one scene, but most of the time I still found her like relatively annoying. And like there was definitely that one specific part where she went like full like Suicide Squad or Birds of Prey Harley Quinn, where it was just like, oh my god.
There were some moments where I was like, here we go.
No, I guess spoilers, but the one scene with her and that scene that goes on for like 15 minutes, you're like, dude, where's this scene going? And she just fucking murders that guy. I was like, okay, that was pretty cool. I like that.
The payoff was, I was like, okay, I'll give you.
Where's this going? I was like, where's this going?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I mean, like you guys are saying, she was 20 times better in this movie at the very least. But I enjoyed it overall. That was a fun time. Kept me entertained. Watched Almost Famous. It's a good movie.
It is famous. God damn.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was more great coming of age, high school era, even. I guess I don't know if you exactly call this a high school coming of age film. Probably not. I mean, you
guess
could,
because it doesn't take place in high school at all. But
it's like it is the character.
It's definitely a coming of age movie. Though.
Yeah. It definitely falls into the line of, the great, I guess this is 2000, but it definitely feels more like a 90s movie.
Yeah.
Especially with the music, and it's great. Sebastian, have you watched it?
No.
Quite a bit. You should watch Almost Famous if it's not on your watch list.
I will watch it.
Hells yeah. Billy Crudup was really, really good in it. It surprised me. Kate Hudson too. Great early performance. Good movie. Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed.
Hey.
I mean, yeah, it's just big nostalgia flick for me right there. Fun. I mean, is it a good movie? No. But
it is.
But is it a good movie? Yeah.
Yes. But is it a live action Scooby-Doo movie directed by James Gunn? Yeah. That's
it's not
definitely
directed.
what it is.
It's directed, he wrote.
Oh, written.
Wrote
True. My bad.
If it was directed by James Gunn, I feel like it'd
would've been
be
so
better.
good.
It definitely would have been better.
He needs to come back. And Sebastian, I'm sad that you didn't mention this, but he needs to come back and do Scooby-Doo 3 and have it be the zombie
apocalypse
series. Oh my god,
awesome.
that'd be so
It'd be
good.
awesome. It'd be so
Hard
good.
R.
Great. No, a great comic, actually. No, it'd have to be R.
Not-
It'd have to be R.
Maybe not with the hard R, but an R rating. Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah.
No, it'd have to go full hard R.
Oh, Collin,
Hard R.
calm down there. You're about to get canceled, Collin.
Scooby-Doo just drops a hard R somewhere just right in the middle of the movie. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Free Guy. Yeah.
Free Guy. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty bad.
Tell us about the Channing Tatum scene, please.
Well, and who's the one guy that plays like Channing Tatum's character?
I don't
What's
know.
that
He's
guy's
in those
name?
movies.
He's that guy. He's like
that
in a
guy.
bunch of movies
Yeah.
that
You're like,
recognize
yeah.
him. You can't remember his name though.
Uh,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he was that guy.
that movie was something else. I don't know. I maybe I was laughing at it, or maybe I was laughing with it, but I really felt like I was laughing at it.
Yeah. There's a bit of that. Yeah.
It was a movie. It was.
I feel like
video
it
games.
was somewhat self-aware at times, but then other times felt it a touch that you're like, were they actually self-aware? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Disney scene was very self-aware.
Well, I don't know. That part was
That had me and Collin like baffled. We were just like, wow.
Whereas
did
Channing
this?
Tatum had us in disbelief in like a somewhat entertaining way. That Disney like flex scene was just Sebastian and I like cringing. Like, oh god,
Yeah.
why?
Because they delayed the movie and they did a reshoot. And I was like, oh, okay. That's literally what they did to reshoot the movie. They added that scene.
Really?
And that's
Nice.
that's what Disney was promoting the movie for, because they had bought in 20th Century Fox and they had Free Guy now. And they're like, well, with COVID, I guess we'll delay it and we'll do a little reshoot real quick. And they added that scene. I looked into it. So they added that to like literally flex, like, ooh, we own Marvel. Oh, and we own Star Wars. It's like, oh my God. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really like it, but
It's a movie.
Surprisingly good reviews, way better than I expected. 3.4 on Letterboxd. It just feels insane.
It doesn't deserve that, but
moving
on.
The rating actually really surprised me, especially when it first came out. It was like mostly 4-star ratings. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Free Guy?
Then I finally got around to my, I think 6 out of 9. Oh wow, I really need to finish up Tarantino stuff. But I watched Django finally. Not the original, Django Unchained. And I mean, yeah, it's a good Tarantino movie.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. I originally tried to watch this after work, and I fell asleep 30 minutes in, not to the fault of the film, but because I was like just fucking insanely tired. And I think it doesn't really like take a second to get rolling, but the first hour compared to the last 90 minutes is pretty stark in contrast.
Well, it's all set up.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say stark in contrast, but
It's all set up.
It definitely ramps up really hard. And I guess if it is all set up, it kind of surprised me how much it set up and like how off the rails it got after.
But that's Tarantino.
The climax.
Yeah,
and that is
literally.
True. Mm-hmm.
That's like once upon a
Tarantino.
time in Hollywood to a T right there, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is true.
And people it, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Bastards too. Bastards like is definitely like way more entertaining to watch, but Bastards is still like the majority, like half of the first act is just set up to get to the end. Like, oh, here's this lady and she owns a cinema. I wonder what that's going to do in the plot. Oh, we have these Americans in France. What are they going to do? It's just the same shit. Tarantino loves just set up and then with an incredible payoff. That's like his ultimate like life goal is just incredible payoffs. Every movie has that incredible payoff.
Yeah. But Django was good. Oh, and the scene where the original Django actor came in and they had like that moment was really good. I mean, like,
yeah, it's a good scene.
Like minus the context of him being the original actor, it'd be really weird, but yeah, pretty good. Then something that I can't believe you still haven't watched. I finally got around to the second Before movie. How have you not watched the Before trilogy? It's just like exactly your kind of movie.
It's been on my Criterion, like my public Criterion wish list, which I give to my family for like a year now. So I guess I might just have to buy it myself at this point.
Yeah, but Before Sunrise is great, but Before Sunset, the one that I watched, is like, holy shit. I mean, it's short too. It's only like 80 minutes, but I mean, it is an 80-minute conversation. It doesn't like directly stop. I mean, there's like cuts, but like the cuts just are for the flow of the camera. But I mean, it's just like, it's beautiful. It's, I guess, the exact opposite of a kind of French love film that The Science of Sleep is in a way, if that says anything about it. But it's honestly,
it does, honestly.
Yeah, it's honestly one of the most beautiful like romance films I've ever seen, and I probably liked it more than Before Sunrise, and I really liked Before Sunrise. So yeah, Noah, watch the fucking Before trilogy.
I'm going to.
Jesus. All right, and then we can talk about The Science of Sleep.
Science of Sleep.
Yeah, which is something that I liked. Whoa.
I also liked, but I also saw that coming. So I already kind of figured I'd like it. So
yeah, it's, I mean, I like the two other Gondry films.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. I like Gondry, and I also love Eternal Sunshine. And I mean, what is there to say other than that? I mean,
yeah, I was interested in seeing like how, like, what the disconnect between Kaufman and Gondry would be, and I mean, it still obviously had that style, and if anything, it went like more, it like upped the strangeness.
More surrealism.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I think it
maybe not compared to Human Nature, but compared to Eternal Sunshine.
So I was gonna say, like, I was gonna compare this movie to Eternal Sunshine because it's pretty hard not to, but like, it's like Eternal Sunshine on like LSD or something, because it's a lot more.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't think it's more crazy. I just think it's more heightened.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still like.
I mean, sure. I guess that's the same thing. Whatever.
They're almost one and the same kind of in terms of concepts, I would say.
Yeah, I mean,
they're similar.
You could have like, they could have had like the same idea and the same starting point.
Yeah, totally.
Right, and then they took those two different branches and those two different paths. But I mean, I liked it a lot. I mean, it's so unique and so itself, and like, sure, we can make those similarities, but it really was one of a kind, and like the way that the dreams were played up and the actual story it told between like a man disconnected from reality, like a man that doesn't understand like what, like, he just can't like bridge his dreams and reality, and he just doesn't understand natural human emotions in a way too. I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I had quite the night. Of emotions.
Yeah, you really did bounce between what Catch Me If You Can, this,
Then
and-
two heavy hitters, two
Yeah.
emotional heavy hitters.
oh yeah,
Dude,
Oh,
I'm telling you, leaving Las Vegas fucked me up. Okay, it's very similar to like I guess like kind of the what I got from Science of Sleep, because they both left me kind of like rethinking like my life and shit for a little bit there. I was like, damn, that hit hard.
damn. I didn't know this film hit you
Dude,
that
no.
hard.
No, leaving Las Vegas definitely left that same like. I'm telling you, leaving Las Vegas. If I was to make a pick for this week, it'd probably be that, just because I want everybody to see it. It's so fucking good. Like I loved it. But yeah, I love this one too.
It's interesting, Sebastian, that you mentioned Las Vegas, because I think this is really a fear and loathing in Las Vegas situation that we have here, where Sebastian and Thomas like the movie and Collin and I do not.
Yeah.
So I didn't really dislike. Well, I just don't like it. I'm not sure that I hated it. I definitely didn't hate it. I'm not sure that I disliked it, I guess. I just don't. I don't know. It didn't really connect to me ever. And I think the dream thing is a little twee. I mean, it's definitely twee, like fucking obviously. I mean, God.
I don't know if
this
it
movie
like
is
worked for me as well as like it could have. You know?
Right. And I think it's like, I think the thing that I kept thinking of more, well, not even kept, but I just like, in terms of my reaction to it, it's kind of like Anomalisa, where I'm like, I get what this is going for, and like in terms of like a man who is completely disconnected from reality, but like because he's completely disconnected, like it's hard for me to connect with him.
That's exactly the movie I thought of when I was watching this.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like both of the male leads are like not super well characterized, and then obviously neither are the female leads, which is fine. Like it's not like I necessarily need that, but just like I don't know, this is really like a style over substance situation for me, and I don't know. I didn't really want to dislike it, but I couldn't connect.
I thought it started out interesting, and actually, I liked the ending. I liked the ending
quite a bit.
Better than Anomalisa, if we're going to compare.
Definitely, yeah.
But like I'm with Noah. I just couldn't really like get invested to it. I got kind of bored throughout. I think it's a bit too long.
100%.
And I don't know, I didn't get anything out of it really. I saw what they were going for, but it didn't, like nothing really connected. I felt there were a lot of missing pieces in terms of like characters, understanding why like Stefan is this way. Like I thought we should have gotten something with like his mother and his father, some more
that's probably true, yeah.
Charlotte Gainsbourg, I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't really get anything from it. I thought the performances were great. Gail Garcia Bernal is terrific.
Yeah.
I really liked his performance.
Much better than he was in Old.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Disagree.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I thought the performances were great. I really liked the production design, the creativity and imagination that went into the visuals and everything. I think the concept is interesting. It just, for me, from a narrative perspective, it wasn't executed as well as I think it could have. And I just couldn't really connect to it on an emotional level. I thought the ending was nice. Like I was like, okay, cool. I like what they did there. But it was never anything that really impacted me. It really affected me.
That's fair. I don't know. It impacted me, talked to me. So that's really all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just.
Oh yeah, it's totally fair. It's not for everybody. 100%.
I knew Thomas was gonna love this. Like midway through,
I mean, I was
gonna love this. It reminded me of Kaufman in many ways, just because of how I was feeling watching it. You know, just that disconnect where everything is like I just got nothing because of that. But
I really liked it.
Yeah, I mean,
it had its moments.
I mean, he just was a person that no one took him the way he wanted to be seen, and then the one person I did, he become like finds such an attachment to. I mean, and even way it is like kind of an incel movie too.
Yeah,
like.
I didn't really want to say it because I don't think that's like my overriding thought about it.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was a bit like, come on, man, like really, but not that much.
But
so
I mean, he obviously has issues too.
No, I know, and it's fine for a movie to be like about a guy who has trouble connecting with people. Whatever.
Yeah,
Liked it.
so did I.
I will say, like, tonally, I thought it like stayed pretty consistent in all the different things it was
totally.
trying to match. Whereas usually where I fall off with coffin movies, I think the tone in those are
that's
just
true.
get
Normally, there's like something like a third of the way through that's just like, what?
Yeah.
So
Especially
this
with,
one
like,
handled
Snake
like this one handled like the kind of weird, odd humor and the like awkwardness and the more like dramatic moments, I think, pretty well. And obviously like the performances and the production design. I really like the stop motion moments. They kind of like make the movie, but I was just disappointed from like a plot character perspective. It's definitely not bad, just wasn't really my thing.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, some of the characters, like Guy, seem like a little forced, and like he's just in there.
He for whatever reason, like I didn't really like kind of like understand why he was there at times, but he kind of worked in like odd surface level way.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the way it is for a lot of these like weird indie movies. It's just like a character who just like keeps popping up for whatever reason. Like,
the other two employees there though, they did absolutely nothing for me.
Yeah,
were they even supposed to do anything? They weren't really in that much of it, or at least they weren't like doing anything in that much of it.
Yeah, I guess so. I think they kind of just served as like vessels for his dream moments. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the only other thought I really have is, I mean, I talked about how this reminded me of Anomalisa. I would say the better version of this movie, although it is pretty drastic, not drastic, it is pretty different, is Beginners, Mike Mills' film, which I really like, which is also about a guy who's been in like a depressive period for a while and connects with someone. And I mean, I guess that's a fairly generic plot, but I don't know. But there's also like stuff with his father, and his other parent is dead. And I don't know. I think also why I like Beginners is because it like delves into his relationship with his parents a lot more. And I think Collin especially would appreciate that. So.
Yeah. This also kind of reminded me, like it just kind of popped in my head as I was watching it. Another podcast pick we actually had, Stranger Than Fiction. It reminded me conceptually, tonally, maybe like the indie feel it had from that too. But I actually like that one. I know you guys didn't. I think I loved it.
Was okay.
And
I thought it was pretty good.
Okay. Remember Sebastian, I thought it was. I remember Noah
just did not like it at all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Thomas and Noah didn't like it. But
I thought it was okay.
Okay,
give it like a 6 out of 10. So.
Okay, I can't remember. For whatever reason, I thought it was maybe split that time. But yeah.
Maybe I gave it a 5 out of 10.
Science of Sleep.
The Science of Sleep.
Yeah.
Do we want to give ratings?
Gonna give it an 8.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm probably light 6.
I was gonna say probably 6.
That's way better than I expected, to be honest.
I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right. I really didn't hate it.
Okay.
I just didn't really like it.
I would say 5, honestly, just because I feel like I've seen this movie done better in a lot of ways.
Sure.
Like Kaufman, Mike Mills, whatever. Although I've definitely seen it worse, like fucking Safety Not Guaranteed.
Oh Jesus Christ, that is. Yeah, it was like a stepping stone from like Safety Not Guaranteed to like Stranger Than Fiction and this of news about a guy who
is sad.
Is sad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stranger Than Fiction is better than this, in my opinion, but whatever.
Yeah.
So that's a 6.75 out of 10. Not bad.
No.
Certainly not bad. And so I think that's gonna wrap up the podcast.
If I was to make a pick, I want all of you to watch Leaving Las Vegas for the next time we do our show.
Okay.
And Thomas would probably love it.
We'll take that as the pick then, Sebastian. Whenever we do the next episode, we'll figure that out and we will watch Leaving Las Vegas then. All right, so I think that's going to wrap up the 56th episode of Post Pro Podcast. We talked about, what was this movie called? The Science of Sleep.
Science of Sleep, really?
dreaming.
I don't know. I
dream-
completely
yeah.
blacked out there for a second. The science of sleep. Thought it was all right. So next time, Post Pro Podcast.
Till next time.
Until next time, farewell.